Hello and welcome to another video. So today I really wanted to talk about book to movies or TV show adaptations that are coming out pretty soon. So I don't know if you know, but a little while ago I posted a video reacting to the announcement that the graphic novel series Heartstopper by Alice Oseman was being turned into a TV show that would premiere on Netflix. And that sparked an idea in my mind, because if you're on this channel, you probably know Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, the book, is being turned into a Disney Plus TV show. So there's a lot of things going on right now in the book to movie to TV show adaptation world. So I just wanted to hop on here and make a video talking about the book to movies or TV shows adaptations that I am most looking forward to that are going to be coming out in 2020. What? I'm still in 2020. In 2021 or in the near future. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Also, they're in no particular order. Okay, so the first book to TV show adaptation that I want to talk to you about is one I have already mentioned in this video, and that is the Heartstopper, the graphic novel series that is being turned into a Netflix TV show. Now, what do we know so far? Number one, it's going to premiere on Netflix. It's going to have a total of 8 episodes, and each episode will be 30 minutes long. The show is written by Alice Oseman herself. I trust her and I think she will deliver an incredible script. As of right now, they've already started casting. Casting is open for most of the important main characters. So if you're an actor who is UK based, who is going to be 16 or older by the 31st of March 2021, you can literally audition to be in the show. You don't even have to have any kind of acting experience. So if I was British, I would definitely audition. So if you guys are UK based, are going to be 16 or older by the date I mentioned before, and you want to try, I encourage you guys to audition. Please, it's going to be so cool. The one thing I personally do not know about this show is, will it follow the first volume of the Heartstopper saga, or will it try to encompass all of it? I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
So for now, they've only announced one season, and I don't know if they're planning to only put out one season, so it's gonna have like a start and an end to the season, or if, depending on how well it does, they're going to put out more seasons. So my question is, will the first season be like a standalone and only follow the first book? I don't think it can, honestly, if it's only going to be one season, because of how the first volume ends. I don't want to spoil anything, but it ends on a huge cliffhanger, so I don't think that would be viable. So are they doing volume 1 and volume 2? If you know this, please let me know down below, because I did my research and I did not find a single thing talking about how much of the Heartstopper story they would be adapting into the Netflix TV show. So that is show number 1. I am so excited.
We don't know when it's coming out, but we do know that the pilot has already been written. There's going to be 8 episodes and they're already casting. So I think it's a pretty safe bet to say that they are going to start filming around April. So maybe like towards the end of 2021, we might get a trailer and we might get the show beginning of 2022. Fingers crossed. The next one I want to talk about, you probably already know about it, and it's Always and Forever, Lara Jean. It's a book to movie adaptation that is on Netflix, and the third one is coming out February 12th, I think, so around Valentine's Day, and I'm so excited. I don't know when I'm going to post this video, so it might be before it comes out or after it comes out, so I don't know if I've already watched this by the time I put this video out or if I haven't. So I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say I'm going to like it, but I do have this to say. I loved the first movie. The first movie was the thing that made me want to read the books. So you can tell how much I loved it. I could watch that movie on repeat so many times. I'm just so in love with it. It's one of my favorite contemporary movies, and I think it's one of my top 10 comfort movies. But the thing is that even though I loved the first one, they changed the director for the second one, and you could definitely tell in the style and the way the story was told, and I wasn't that much of a fan of the second one. I think not so much because of the story, but how the story was told and how it was directed. So I haven't actually done any research to see who the director of the third movie is, though I fear it's the same one for the second one because I feel like I heard that they were filming the second one and the third one back to back. Fingers crossed that it's going to be good. This is going to be book blasphemy, but I don't really care if it's like 100% a great adaptation. I just want it to be a great movie because I remember the third book in this series being my least favorite and the first book was my most favorite book, so I don't really care if it's 100% well adapted, even if it's like 50%. As long as it's a good movie, I will be happy because honestly, I don't remember anything that happens in the third book, so. And in case I post this video before the movie comes out, let me know if you guys would want me to put out a video talking about the movie, how good of an adaptation it is, and how I feel about it. Now, the next one is one I actually also talked about and reacted to the teaser video, so go click that link if you want to see me react to the teaser video. And this is one that I was not excited about at all, but recently after reading the trilogy and after watching the teaser, I am so freaking hyped. And that is, of course, the Shadow and Bone Netflix adaptation. What do we know about this? Well, the release date just dropped and it is confirmed it will be coming out on Netflix the 23rd of April 2021. I already marked that day on my calendar. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to binge it. It depends on how long the episodes are and how much I like them, but I really want to binge them. So, what else do we know about this show? For one, we already know there's going to be 8 episodes, and we already know the titles. In regards to this, let me know if you want me to make a video. I might just make it either way if you want me to or not, because I think it's going to be fun. If you'd be interested in a video about me speculating and trying to guess what the episodes are going to be about based on the episode titles, because we already have like the 8 episode titles. So let me know down below if that would be something you'd like to watch. So besides that, I think the actors looked great. I was a little bit harsh and judgmental in that reaction video I told you guys earlier because there were like still photos and you can't really judge someone's appearance based on a still photo that they didn't even take themselves, so it might be just like from a random paparazzi and it might not be very flattering. But they posted a video on Instagram and on YouTube talking a little bit about the show and being like, hey, we're the cast, and I think that's a really good representation and I really liked seeing each of them, and now I've warmed up to the idea of them being their respective characters. I particularly like Nina and Matthias because they appear in the video together and you can already see they're going to have great chemistry, so I'm really excited about that. Also, the teaser looks incredible. If you haven't seen it yet, I would suggest that you do. We already have a teaser and the release date, which is like in 2 months, basically. So I'm wondering, when will we get that trailer? Because I will possibly, that is to say, I will definitely react to the trailer because this hype, I don't know where it comes from, but it's here and it's going to stay until the release date, and I'm just so hyped, so pumped for it to come out. And yeah, prepare yourselves for the next 100 videos I'm going to make surrounding this topic. The one thing I will criticize about the pictures that they've been releasing is that I did not imagine Cass's hat looked like that. You know, I did not imagine the hat looking like that. I kind of imagine Cass with a hat Jesper is wearing, but this is like not important at all. So this story is going to follow both the Grisha trilogy and the Crow members in Ketterdam, so I think this is how it's going to go. I'm not completely sure. Please let me know down below if you're 100% sure how it's going to go, but I think it's going to be kind of like a Witcher Season 1 situation. So on the one hand, we're going to follow what's going on in Ravka and follow Alina and Mal and the Darkling and everything that's going on there. But it's going to be a linear timeline. So we're also going to see what's going on at the same time in Ketterdam. So we're going to see the origins of Cass, Inej, and Jesper, and also Nina and Matthias, because they're the only ones that are there at the time because Wylan has not met the Dregs just yet. So I think it might just take place in the 6 months before the Dregs met Wylan. I'm thinking that because that's when Matthias and Nina pop up, but it might just be like a little bit sooner, so we get to see Matthias and Nina. We might also get like a Nina cameo in the Ravka section of the show because obviously she studied at the Little Palace, so Nina might be like the thread that combines the two storylines.
I don't know, I'm just like trying to see how they are going to do this because I'm still kind of confused.
So they might just like take it further back and have like the Dregs meet Nina and Matthias at the very end of the show. I mean, meet Nina because Matthias is in prison, but I don't know. If we get to see Ines and Nina's friendship explored, I'll be so happy, so grateful. Also, Ines and Cass slowly falling in love. Please and thank you. Next up on the list is a book that surprised me because of how much I loved it, because it was also a contemporary kind of historical book, and that is Daisy Jones and the Six, and it is being turned into an Amazon series. It's been confirmed that they will have 13 episodes, and we already have most of the cast. My one complaint with the cast I've seen so far is that the actress that plays Daisy is around 30 years old, and the actress that plays Camilla is 22. And Camilla is supposed to be like the older sister in their relationship, the older woman who was with Billy before Billy met like the newer, younger version of her. So I don't think that quite makes sense. If Daisy is so much older than Camilla, they might try to like play it off as Camilla being older, just looking way younger, and Daisy, I don't know how they're going to do that because I think at the beginning of the book, Daisy is underage. So I'm kind of interested to see how the actors' ages are going to play a part in the show or not. But the actor who's going to play Billy is Sam Claflin, who you might know from The Hunger Games. So I'm really interested to see if he can actually sing, because I know he can act, but can he sing? And this is another thing about the show, is that they're going to be producing original music, including but not limited to Honeycomb, Aurora, and A Hope Like You, that we know so far. So I'm so excited. Even if the show turns out to be like a fail, I hope the soundtrack is incredible, because while I was reading to the audiobook, I could just like hear these songs in my mind. I was like, I really want an adaptation solely to be able to listen to the soundtrack and to the albums they put out. Like, that's the part I'm most excited about. So hopefully the cast will be able to sing or play instruments. The instrument part is not that important, but as long as they can sing and the music is good, I'll be satisfied, I think. Unfortunately, the release date is unknown. Next up, we have a book that is also being turned into a TV show, and that we also don't know the release date and basically like any details at all. We just know that it's going to happen sometime, hopefully in the near future, and that is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We don't know how many episodes it's gonna have. Literally, the only thing we know is that it's going to be on Freeform, which is kind of worrying for me because we don't get Freeform in Spain, so I'm just wondering how I'm going to watch the show once it comes out. I don't know. As long as it comes out, I'll find a way to watch it. So we have 2 more shows, and I'm pretty sure they're the ones that you're most excited to hear me talk about them. And the first one is the Kane Chronicles, coming to Netflix. So, what do we know? It was announced only a couple of months ago, so we literally know nothing about it. We just know that they're working on the script for the first movie, and that the plan is, if all goes well, that each book in the trilogy will be adapted into its own feature film on Netflix. So, the thing is, if it's on Netflix, it can't really have any kind of connection to the Disney Plus live-action adaptation of The Lightning Thief, which means that every single reference tied into the books is going to have to be like forgotten. They can't do it. Maybe they'll do like a tiny hint, but they don't have the rights to Percy Jackson, so they really can't do any direct reference or obvious reference. The only thing we know, according to what Rick has been telling us lately, is that hopefully the release date will be somewhere close to 2022, which isn't that bad. I'm like, it's only a year from now. I still think it's 2020 in my heart. It's not that bad. We can wait. We've waited so long. So, like, a couple of months is nothing for us. And finally, the one I'm most excited to watch, and you are probably most excited to watch, is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, coming to Disney Plus sometime in the future. So, what do we know about this? We don't know a lot, but we know a lot more than for the Kane Chronicles. The first thing we know is that the plan, if all goes well and people watch the show, is to make a season for each of the books. So, 5 seasons in total. So far, they have not said anything about making the Heroes of Olympus. So for now, 5 seasons for the 5 books in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. There is no release date, they haven't even started casting yet, and from what they're saying, they are still working on their pilot episode because they're trying to get the pilot perfect so it sets the tone for the rest of the show. The good thing though is that Rick and his wife are both on the writing team, overlooking everything that's going on, but they're not the only writers, which I think is good because they have no experience writing for TV shows. They're just there to make sure that the source material is being respected and adapted in the way that we as the fans deserve. Another thing we know is that Rick will not be making a cameo in the TV show. He has stated this repeatedly, and he really doesn't want to make a cameo, which I don't understand.
I know if I ever wrote a book and it got adapted into a TV show or a movie or even a web series, I would definitely want a cameo. I don't care as who, like even a random stranger walking down the street, I would want a cameo.
So those are all the book to movies or TV shows adaptations that I know of and that I'm excited about. Please let me know down in the comments if I missed any of them. I kind of like sometimes miss a lot of the news that are coming out. So if you know about any more adaptations, please let me know because I would love to check them out. I can't wait to watch them and experience them because it's such a good year for book to movie or TV show adaptations. That's it. But I mean, that's something at least. Like, my reader heart is content. So please leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet and click that bell button so you get notifications every time I post. I post videos very frequently on this channel, twice a week, so that's a lot of content for me, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!